Ladies and gentlemen, the program will begin in 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of Japan. Thank you very much.
Prime Minister Abe, on behalf of the American people, I welcome you to the very famous White House. You honor us with your presence. This is one of our earliest visits from a foreign leader, and I am truly glad that it could be from such an important and steadfast ally. The bond between our two nations and the friendship between our two peoples runs very, very deep. This administration is committed to bringing those ties even closer. We are committed to the security of Japan and all areas under its administrative control, and to further strengthening our very crucial alliance. The U.S.-Japan alliance is the cornerstone of peace and stability in the Pacific region. It is important that both Japan and the United States continue to invest very heavily in the alliance to build up our defense and our defensive capabilities, which under our mutual leadership will become stronger and stronger. And as time goes by, ultimately they will be impenetrable. We face numerous challenges, and bilateral cooperation is essential. Our country is committed to being an active and fully engaged partner. We will work together to promote our shared interests, of which we have many, in the region, including freedom from navigation and of navigation, and defending against the North Korean missile and nuclear threat, both of which I consider a very, very high priority. On the economy, we will seek a trading relationship that is free, fair, and reciprocal, benefiting both of our countries. The vibrant exchange between us is a true blessing. Japan is a proud nation with a rich history and culture, and the American people have profound respect for your country and its traditions. I also want to take this opportunity, Mr. Prime Minister, to thank you and the people of Japan for hosting our armed forces. Working together, our two countries have the ability to bring greater harmony, stability, and prosperity to the Pacific region and beyond, improving countless lives in the process. We are committed to that goal, highly committed. Prime Minister Abe, on behalf of the United States of America, I thank you for being with us today. We will soon be traveling to the great state of Florida, where I know we will have a long and very successful talk, negotiations, and a very, very productive weekend. Mr. Prime Minister.
This is the fourth time in 6 months for me to visit the United States. The last time was in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, at the end of last year. I am indeed sincerely grateful for the always heartwarming welcome accorded to me by the American people. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to President Trump. Donald, you must have been very busy in this very important period of 100 days after your inauguration. And thank you very much for inviting me over to the White House. My name is Abe, but in the United States, some people mistakenly pronounce my name as Abe. But that is not bad, because even in Japan, everybody knows the name of that great president, that farmer carpenter's son can become a president, and that fact, 150 years ago, surprised the Japanese who were still under the shogunate rule. The Japanese opened their eyes to democracy. The United States is the champion of democracy. Donald, President, you are an excellent businessman, but you have never been in the Congress or being a governor. You have not experienced being in the public office, but you have fought the uphill struggle and fight for more than a year in the election campaign to become a new president. And this is the dynamism of democracy. I would like to celebrate and congratulate Donald being sworn in as the president. The United States is a country having the largest number of chances, opportunities in the world. That has always been the case, right now, as well as going forward. This will never change. And that is the reason why automotive industries and other Japanese businesses have built factories all over the United States to engage in local production here. Last year, from Japan to the United States, there have been more than $150 billion of new investment being made into the United States. And those Japanese businesses have created large number of jobs. The mutually beneficial economic relations have been built by Japan and the United States. With President Trump taking on the leadership, I'm sure there will be major-scale infrastructure investment will be made, including the fast-speed train. Those of you who have rode on the Japanese Shinkansen, I'm sure you would appreciate the speed, the comfort, and safety. With the latest maglev technology from the Washington, D.C. to New York, where Trump Tower exists, only 1 hour would it take
日本はこうした
if you ride the
高い
magnet
技術
train
力
from
で
Washington, D.C.
大
to
統領
New
の成
York,
長戦略に
Japan,
貢献できる。
with
そして米
our
国に新しい
high level
雇用を
of
生み出すこと
technical
ができま
capability,
す。
we will be able to contribute
こうした日米の経
to
済関係
President
を
Trump's growth
一層進化
strategy.
させる方
There
策に
will
つい
be
て、
even more new jobs
今後
being born in the United
麻生
States.
副総理
To
と
further deepen
ペン
the
ス副大統領と
bilateral
の
economic
間で
relations between Deputy Prime Minister
その下
Aso
で
and Vice
分野横
President
断的な
Pence,
対話を行うこと
there
で
will be
合意い
a
たしました。
cross-sectoral dialogue to be
さら
held,
に
and we have
急
agreed
速に
on
成長を
this.
遂げる
And
アジア
furthermore,
太平洋地域において
in
自由
Asia
な貿易
Pacific,
や
where
投資
we
を
see
拡大す
dramatic
る
growth,
これは
to
日米双方に
expand
とって大
free
きな
trade and
チャンス。
investment, this will be a big
しかし
chance
もちろんそ
for
れは
both Japan and
フェア
United
な形で
States. But of course,
行われ
it
なけれ
must be
ば
done in
な
a
りません。
fair manner.
国有企業による国家資本を背景とした
A
経済介
state-owned
入は
company
あってはならない。
backed by state
地域経
capital
済産へのフリ
should
ーライドは
not make any economic
許されて
intervention.
はなりません。
Free ride
アジア
on
太平洋地域に
intellectual property
自由かつルールに基づいた
should not
公
be
正なマーケッ
condoned
トを
in
日
Asia
米両
Pacific
国のリーダー
region
シップの下
with
で
Japan and
作り
US
上げていく、
taking on the
その
leadership
強い
to
意志を今回
create
私と大統領は確認しました。
free and fair
アジア
market
太平洋
based
地域の
upon
平和と繁栄
rules
の礎
should be
それは
built.
強固な日
I
米同
and
盟でありま
President
す。
Trump has confirmed on our strong
絆は
will to do
揺
so.
るぎないものであり、私とトランプ
The
大統領
cornerstone
の
of
手
peace
で
and prosperity in
さらな
Asia
る強化
Pacific,
を進めてい
that
く、その強い
That
決
is
意
the
を
strong
私たちは共有しました。
Japan-US alliance. And this
安
is
全保
an
障環境が厳し
unwavering
さを増す中
ties
にあって
between our two countries.
尖閣諸
I
島
and
が
President Trump
安保条約第5
will
条の
work together
対象であ
to
ることを
further strengthen our
確認しまし
alliance. We have shared
米
this
国は地
strong
域におけ
resolve.
るプレ
As
ゼン
we
スを
see
強化し、日
increasingly
本も
difficult
積極的
security
平和主義
environment,
の働
we
き
have
もとより大
confirmed
きな
that
役割を果たしていく
US-Japan Security
考えであり
Pact
ます。
Article 5 will
同
be
時に
applied to
抑止力を維持
Senkaku
し
Islands. The
負担
United
軽減を
States
進める
will
ため
strengthen its
在日
presence
米
in
軍
the
の再編
region
を
and under
こ
the
れまで通
banner
り
of
進めてまいります。
the
普天間飛行場の
proactive
全面返
contribution
還
to
を
peace
実現すべく
Japan will play
唯
a
一の解
greater
決
role.
策である
At the same
辺
time,
野古移設に向け引き続
we
き
will maintain
日
the
米で協力
deterrence
して取
and
り組ん
also
でいきます。
to proceed
北朝
on
鮮に対しては
reducing the impact
核及び弾道ミサイル計画を放棄し、さらなる挑発を行
fought
わないよう
through
強く
on
求めます。
the realignment of the US
拉致
forces
問
in
題の
Japan.
解決
And
の重要
Henokko's
性についても
relocation to
大統領
Henokko
と
of
完
the
全に
MCAS
一致いたし
Futenma
ました。
is the only solution,
そして
and Japan
東シ
and
ナ海
US will continue
南シナ海
to
インド
work
洋
closely on this.
いずれの場所であろうとも
On North Korea,
航行の自由をはじめ
we would
法の
strongly
支配に基づく国際
demand
秩序が
North Korea
貫
to
徹
abandon
されなければなら
nuclear
ない
and ballistic missile
日本と米国は
and not
力の
to
行
make
使や威
any
試に
more
よる
provocations.
いかなる現
And
状
we
変更
have
の試みにも
completely agreed on the
反対
importance
すると
of
の強
the
い意思を
early solution
改
for
め
the
て
abduction issue
確認
in
いたしま
East
した。
China Sea, South China Sea, and Indian Ocean.
私と大統領
Everywhere,
は
we
二国
need
間や
to
地域の課題だけ
maintain
で
the
はなく
freedom of
世
navigation
界
and
の平和と
rule
繁栄
of
のた
law
め
and
の
such international
貢献に
order
ついて
that
も
must
率
have to
直な
be
意
maintained.
見交換を
Japan
行
and
いました。
United States have
あらゆる形
confirmed
態の
that we will
テロリズ
strongly
ム
protest
を強く
any use of
非
force
難し
as well as
テロとの戦いにおい
coercion
て
to change the
引き
status
続
quo.
き
I
協
and
力
the
を
President will
強化してい
address
くことで
not
合意
only
いたしま
bilateral
した。
but regional issues, and
日
we
本は
have
日
had
本の
very
役
frank
割をしっ
exchange
かり
of
と
views on
果たして
peace
いき
and
ます。
prosperity
さらには
of the
地
world
域
that
紛
we should
争、
contribute.
難民、
For
貧
any
困、感染症
form
な
of
ど
terrorism
世界は
should
今
be
さまざまな課
strongly
題に直面しています。
condemned. And
これらはい
we
ず
that
れ
would
も
cooperate
日本にとってもまた米国にとって
in
も
our fight
そ
against
の
the
平和と安
terrorism.
定を
Japan had
脅
will,
かしかねない深刻な
of course,
課題で
exercise
す。
a commensurate role
そして我が国
in
や
this
米
regard.
国をは
And
じめ国際
furthermore,
社会全体が
the
手を
regional
携え
conflict, the
取り組まない
refugees,
限り
poverty, and
解
infectious
決すること
diseases.
は
There are
できま
many
せん。
the challenges faced by the
当然意
world,
見の違いはあります。
which will
しかしその中
be
で
a serious
共通
issue
の目標や
to
利
threaten
益
the
ではな
peace
く
and stability for
違い
Japan
ば
as
か
well as the
りが
United
ことさら
States.
に強調されること
But
で
Japan and the United
対話
States
が
and the international
閉ざされ
community
てしまうことを
must
私は
work hand
恐
in
れます。
hand in order to solve these
それは
questions.
既存
Of
の
course,
国際
there are
秩序に挑戦
disagreements,
しようと
but
する者たちが最も望んでいること
we should not close down
であるから
or
であり
leave
ま
it a
す。
dialogue just by
会話を閉
pointing
ざして
to
し
the
まえば
differences
何も生
and
まれない。
ignoring the
むしろ意見
common
の違いがある
interests and
から
common
こそ
goals.
対話をすべきであります。
We need to
私は
have
こ
the
の4年
dialogue
間、その
because
一
there
貫
are
した信念のもと
disagreements.
に、日本なら
What
では
we
の外交を展
mostly
開し、
desire,
いかに困難な
what is
課題
most
があろうとも、
desired
私
by
は
those who are challenging
トランプ大
the
統領
existing
と
international
対話を
order
行いながら、
is to just
相互の
focus
理
on
解を深め、
differences. We
そ
should
こから
not
共有で
close
きる解
the
決策を生み出す、
dialogue.
その努力を
Japan
続けていきたい
have
と
for
考えています。
4 years. I have
さ
consistently
て、
fought through on our
ラン
foreign
チの後は
policy.
大統領と
Now,
一緒に
whatever the challenge and difficulty
ゴ
ahead
リラ
of
の
us,
週末があ
I
りま
and
す。
Trump,
本当に
President Trump will
待ち遠しい気
continue
分であり
our
ます。
dialogue to seek
ゴルフも
shared
一緒に
solutions.
プレーす
And
る予定であ
after
ります。
lunch, I'm looking
私の腕前は
forward
残念ながら
for a weekend in
大
Florida
統領
with
には
Donald.
かなわない
We
と
will
思いま
play
すが、
golf together.
私の
My
ポリシーは
scores in golf is not
Never
up
up,
to the level of
never
Donald
in.
at all. But my policy
常
is
に狙って
never
いく。
up, never in.
刻むという
Always
言葉は
aiming for
私の辞書にはありません。
the cup.
もちろんこれは
Never
ゴルフに限ったことであります。
to
リラックス
just
した雰囲気の中で
go with the
たっぷりと時
shortcuts
間を
and
かけて
short
両国の
the
未来、
chops.
そして地域の
Those
未
are the
来、
words
ま
never
た
found in my
世界の未来
dictionary.
に
But in
向
a
けて
relaxed
私たち
atmosphere,
が何
I hope to
を
take
すべき、
time
何ができ
to
るかについ
discuss
てじ
with
っくり
Donald
と
on the
話をさせ
future
てい
of
ただ
the
きたいと
world,
思い
future
ま
of
す。
the region, and
ありがとうございま
future
した。
of Japan and the United States. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take a few questions, unless you don't want to ask any questions, if that's possible. Maybe we'll start. Where is Daniel Halper, New York Post? Daniel?
I'm curious about yesterday's ruling in the Ninth Circuit Court. Has it caused you to rethink your use of executive power, and how will you respond, and will you sign new executive orders or perhaps a new travel ban? And Mr. Prime Minister, I'm curious about your reaction to America's withdrawal from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the TPP. Do you think that that's weakened America's position in Asia, and how do you envision any sort of trade deal with the president working out?
Well, your question was unrelated to what we're here for today, but I'll answer it. We are going to keep our country safe. We are going to do whatever is necessary to keep our country safe. We had a decision which we think we'll be very successful with. It shouldn't have taken this much time because safety is a primary reason. One of the reasons I'm standing here today is the security of our country. The voters felt that I would give it the best security. So we'll be doing something very rapidly having to do with additional security for our country. You'll be seeing that sometime next week. In addition, we will continue to go through the court process, and ultimately I have no doubt that we'll win that particular case.
Eh, 我々はこの世界においてですね、
Now, in the world,
難民の問題、あるいは
we are
テロの問題に
also facing
協力して取り組ん
the
で
issues of
いかなければならない
refugees and terrorism.
と、このように
We need
考
to
え
work
ており
closely
ますし、
together
日本は
on
日本の
these global
役割を
issues.
今まで
Japan
果たしてまいりまし
have
た。これからも
always
世界と共に協力して日本の
But going forward,
果
we would
たすべき
continue to work with
役
the
割を
international
責任を
community
果たしていきたい
to
このように考
execute our
えております
responsibility in a
そし
commensurate
て、
manner.
それぞれの国々が行っている
And
入国
each
管
of our
理
country
につきましては、
has
また難民
immigration
政策、移
control
民政策につきましては、その
scheme,
国
as
の
well as
内政
policy
問題でありますので
on immigration, as well as
コメントすることは
These are to do
差
with
し控えたい
domestic
と思いま
affairs
す。
of that country, so I would refrain from making any comments.
Okay, Blake Berman. Fox. Blake Berman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to pick up where Daniel left off, if you don't mind. You said earlier this week, and I'm quoting for you, you said, "I've learned a lot in the last 2 weeks, and terrorism is a far greater threat than the people of our country understand, but we're going to take care of it." Based off of what you have learned, and now knowing that your executive order is at least temporarily on hold, do you still feel as confident now as you have been at any point that you and the administration will be able to protect the homeland? And Mr. Prime Minister, thank you. I would just like to pick off again on what Daniel had asked about TPP. Do you feel it's a mistake that the United States has at least signaled its intention to withdraw from the deal? Thank you both.
I feel totally confident that we will have tremendous security for the people of the United States. We will be extreme vetting, which is a term that I developed early in my campaign because I saw what was happening. And while I've been president, which is just for a very short period of time, I've learned tremendous things that you could only learn, frankly, if you were in a certain position, namely president. And there are tremendous threats to our country. We will not allow that to happen. I can tell you that right now. We will not allow that to happen. So we'll be going forward, and we'll be doing things to continue to make our country safe. It will happen rapidly, and we will not allow people into our country who are looking to do harm to our people. We will allow lots of people into our country that will love our people and do good for our country. It's always going to be that way, at least during my administration. I can tell you that.
TPP については、もうすでに我々は大統領の判断をよく承知をしております。経済問題についてはこの後のワーキングランチでお話をすることになると思いますが、日米のですね、今後の貿易や投資、そして経済関係、どのように発展させていくかということにつきましては、先ほど申し上げましたように、麻生副総理とペンス副大統領との間で枠組みを作って、しっかりと議論させ、そして良い結果が出てくると私は楽観をしております。また、TPP につきましては、我々、アジア太平洋地域に、自由でフェアなルールを作って、それを日米がリードをしていく、ここが一番重要なポイントでありまして、その重要性については今も私は変わっていないだろうと、このように思います。原さん。
ございます。NHK の原と申します。安倍総理大臣に伺います。日本の自動車市場ですとか、金融為替政策をめぐって、事前の大統領と安倍総理の発言の間には開きがありましたが、この点について意見の首脳会談ではどのようなやり取りが行われたんでしょうか。また意見の隔たりは埋まったんでしょうか。またトランプ大統領はアメリカを偉大な国にするとおっしゃっていますけれども、トランプ大統領のおっしゃる偉大な国というのはどういう国なんでしょうか。また安倍総理大臣に伺いますが、安倍総理大臣にとって偉大な同盟国アメリカというのはどういう国なんでしょうか。ありがとうございました。
トランプ政権の登場によりですね、日米の経済関係に新たな創造が始まる、そのような強い強力なメッセージを打ち出すべく、私から新たな経済対話の枠組みを立ち上げることを提案し、今般、先ほど合意をいたしました。そして個別の経済分野での協力については、この後の昼食会で話すことになると。このように思いますが、いずれにせよ、大統領と私との間では、日米間の経済関係について、麻生副総理と、そしてペンス副大統領の下で、対話を進めていくことで一致をしたところであります。まさにこの2人の責任者の下で、しっかりとした成果が出てくることを期待をしています。また、為替についてはですね、専門家たる日米の財務大臣間で緊密な議論を継続させていくこととなりました。そしてまた、米国が偉大な国になるということはですね、まさに米国が担ってきたさまざまな役割もあり、また責任もあるわけであります。今、世界は不確実性が増してきている中において、米国が偉大な国となり、強い米国となることは、日本にとっても大きな利益であり、そして日米同盟が強化されることはですね、日米両国だけではなくて、地域、アジア太平洋地域、あるいは世界の平和と繁栄にも大きな貢献をしている。そのためにも米国が偉大な国になって、我々はそのことを歓迎したいと思います。
Thank you. I will say that, and you've seen it, ever since I won the election and became president-elect, I've been telling companies, car companies and other companies, many companies, come back into the United States. And they've been coming back in. And big announcements are going to be made over the next short period of time. Some of you already know what those announcements are. We've lost a lot of our factories, a lot of our plants, and those factories and those plants will be coming back, and jobs will be coming back to Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania and North Carolina and so many other places where we've lost so many jobs. And those are the people that were so good to me, and now I'm being good to them. So we've had a tremendous number of announcements. We've had Ford and General Motors and many, many others. Intel yesterday made a major announcement, and they did that because of what is happening with our tax structure, which is going along very well, and we'll be having some very big news over the next short period of time. But we are a nation of tremendous potential, and the expression, "Make America Great Again," I will tell you, and I will add very strongly and with great surety, it will be greater than ever before. And I just want to thank the Prime Minister for a friendship. You know, we developed a great friendship when we met in New York City at Trump Tower. We spoke for a long, long period of time. And when I greeted him today at the car, I was saying, I shook hands, but I grabbed him and hugged him because that's the way we feel. We have a very, very good bond, very, very good chemistry. I'll let you know if it changes, but I don't think it will. So I just want to thank the Prime Minister for being here. We're going to be meeting your wife in a very short period of time, and I look very much forward to that. And I want to thank everybody in the room. We're going to have a tremendous relationship, long-term relationship of mutual benefit with Japan. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Prime Minister. Yes, certainly. Okay, go ahead.
ありがとうございます。産経新聞の記者で滝田と言います。トランプ大統領に伺います。オバマ政権はリバラン政策のもとアジア重視の姿勢を見せましたが、中国は東シナ海、南シナ海で強硬姿勢を一層強め、北朝鮮は核ミサイル開発に拍車をかけました。このため日本をはじめとするアジアの国々の中からは、アメリカのアジア太平洋地域に対するコミットメントを懸念する声が相次ぎました。こうした事態を踏まえ、先ほども大統領ちょっとお話しされましたが、トランプ政権は今後この地域が直面する状況にどのように対応するお考えでしょうか。また政権として大統領は中国の為替政策を問題視する発言をされていますが、仮に中国が大統領の望むような方針に転換した場合、アメリカのアジア太平洋地域の対応に変化はあり得るのでしょうか。
For the United States. Do you think that eventually it will change in the future?
I had a very, very good conversation, as most of you know, yesterday with the President of China. It was a very, very warm conversation. I think we are on the process of getting along very well, and I think that will also be very much of a benefit to Japan. So we had a very, very good talk last night and discussed a lot of subject. It was a long talk, and we are working on that as we speak. We have conversations with various representatives of China. I believe that will all work out very well for everybody, China, Japan, the United States, and everybody in the region. As far as the currency devaluations, I've been complaining about that for a long time. And I believe that we will all eventually, and probably very much sooner than a lot of people understand or think, we will be all at a level playing field. Because that's the only way it's fair. That's the only way that you can fairly compete in trade and other things. And we will be on that field, and we will all be working very hard to do great for our country. But it has to be fair, and we will make it fair. I think the United States is going to be an even bigger player than it is right now by a lot. when it comes to trade. A lot of that will have to do with our tax policy, which you'll be seeing in the not too distant future. We'll have an incentive-based policy, much more so than we have right now. Right now, we don't even know, nobody knows what policy we have. But we're going to have a very much incentive-based policy. We're working with Congress, working with Paul Ryan, working with Mitch McConnell. And I think people are going to be very, very impressed. We're also working very much, and this has a lot to do with business, on health care, where we can get great health care for our country at a much reduced price, both to the people receiving the health care and to our country, because our country is paying so much, and Obamacare, as you know, is a total and complete disaster. So we're going to end up with tremendous health care at a lower price, and I think people are going to be extremely happy. Difficult process, but once we get going, and as you know, Tom Price was just approved a few hours ago, so we finally have our secretary, and now we get down to the final strokes. Again, I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank Mr. Prime Minister. What an honor. What a great honor it is. And let's go to Florida.